Welcome, everybody, to the Taking You Back podcast. And we're here for a 420 double feature. And the first part of this 420 double feature will be celebrating 20 years of Freddy Got Fingered. Freddy Got Fingered came out 20 years ago. As part of our double feature for 420 this year, we're going to celebrate all the greatness that is Tom Green, that is Freddy Got Fingered. We've very much been looking forward to covering this movie. Um, and I'm your host, Headrush. I am joined by Emily.
Hey, everybody.
Uh, I'm guessing Will and Sarah didn't listen to the last two podcasts we did because neither one of them hit me up afterwards. And I, said to reach out. So I think I continue the record of being the only member of the hosting chair to ever listen to a single episode, huh? All right.
In other news,
Moving on. So I know as part of this 420 double feature, this is like 4 Taking You Back episodes in a row we've done, and we've missed Midnight Evil completely.
yeah, we're sorry, guys, if anyone's out there listening.
We're getting to it, right now it's just me and Emily, and we're trying to fill these other chairs here for guest hosts in the meantime. We are working on getting an episode out soon. It will not be probably one of the ones I think we said last time it's going to be April Fool's Day. I think we're just going to... it's either going to be April Fool's Day or The Howling probably next. One of those two, depending on when we get time to film what episode and who is on what episode. We have some guests hopefully joining us for The Howling, so we'll see which one lines up first. Taking You Back podcast, well, your next episode will be the second half of this double feature. 420 double feature, so the next episode of Taking You Back will be Up in Smoke. Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. We will celebrate properly for 420 with Tom Green and Cheech and Chong. I don't think you could do much better. I think Tom Green laying in bed in the opening shot of Freddy Got Fingered was one of the highest I've ever seen an individual ever.
That's how high I want to be on a daily basis.
Yeah. It looked like he had just smoked with Willie Nelson. That's what it looked like. It looked like he was hanging out with Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg. And he's like, I gotta lay down, guys. You guys are killing me. But we're going to... so we're going to get some more episodes out as we can. Hopefully we'll get the Midnight Evil podcast out soon. It's not of our dislike for horror movies. It's just, I put a lot more notes into those, and I take more notes, and I try to get more guest hosts on them, especially for the bigger episodes like The Howling and The Nightmare that we're still trying to do. Try to get more guests so we can get more opinions, just more thoughts. And the Nightmare episode is going to take a while when we do it. I got like 7-8 pages of notes. I mean...
You want to do that episode right.
Yeah. I can tell you, for some of these movies, I got like a page, maybe 2. I got like 8 or 9 for Nightmare. And that's not including the format I wrote up, which is another 2 pages or so. So I want to have time to do that one, right? I'm just rambling on. I guess you can tell we celebrated 420 a little early. So, we're going to get into some news stories soon. But right now, I'd like to plug some social media. We are on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Midnight Evil Pod. Pod, P-O-D. You can find us on Anchor, anchor.fm/Midnight Evil Podcast. You can find us on Stitcher, Spotify, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook. You can find us all over the place that you listen to your favorite podcasts. And we got some news articles. This one comes from movieweb.com here. And it says, pizza-shaped UFO confirmed by Pentagon to be unidentified aerial phenomenon. I think you're fucked when the Pentagon comes out and says, yeah, that UFO video is real.
There has to be a reason they're telling us. They're at least admitting that the UFO video is real. There's got to be a reason.
Yeah, my thought earlier, what I said was, what are they trying to get us to not see? If they're admitting this is real,
what's the follow-up?
What's the bigger thing they're trying to downplay?
Yeah.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon were captured in 2019 by a Navy pilot off the coast of San Diego, so California. Aforementioned footage shows a blinking UFO in the shape of a triangle over a U.S. destroyer. So there was some footage. I guess there was a video. There were some pictures, and the Pentagon's come out and said, "Yeah, that's a UFO or unidentified, aerial phenomenon or UFO." They referred to it as both, I guess. It said Blink 182's guitarist day long to the Stars Academy for their race questions regarding to the United States government's handling of UFO sightings. The CIA also declassified over 2,700 pages of UFO documentation dating back to the 80s. So they were releasing a lot of documents saying, yeah, these are real.
Is that even all of the documents?
No, definitely not. It's just from the 80s, is what it says. And we don't even, that's probably not even all the ones that happened to the 80s, let's be honest. I gotta tell you, we're in the Midwest now. I don't want to get abducted.
I'm ready for it. I want to see the aliens.
I want to see them, but I want to see them I want to see them on TV. Don't come visit me. I'll see you on the TV. I'll watch you at some press conferences or something. Well, I don't want them. I don't want to be, option one. Let's see how they act towards other humans first. I don't want to be the guinea pig.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's be real. Aliens have probably been watching us.
That's true.
If we've been seeing their spaceships in the sky for how many decades?
It's a good thing that we
probably got their eye on us.
We sleep with water bottles, and we've learned from Mel Gibson and Signs and M. Night Shyamalan that you just throw some water on them, and we're good.
Take a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to worry, so we're good. But yeah, aliens are real. We've all known that for a long time. The Pentagon's coming out and saying the UFO videos are real. And yeah, I guess it's the end of the world as we know it, I guess, guys. Maybe that's good, maybe that's bad, who knows? But speaking of more things that shouldn't be real that are, New Mexico signs marijuana legalization bill. Another state that we don't live in that is legalizing marijuana.
Well, you know what? New Mexico's closer to where we are.
Not that we would drive across any state lines to commit crimes.
Yeah. That's not what I'm applying. I'm applying if it's being legalized in places that are close to where we are.
Hopefully.
Maybe, that'll help it get legalized here.
That would be nice.
That's all I meant by that.
That New York kicked us in the balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're gonna legalize marijuana in New Mexico.
I mean, at this point, they should just legalize it across the U.S.
It's gonna launch the commercial sales for adults no later than April 1st, 2022. So they have in less than a year, it will be legal there commercially, which they can just have businesses then. Says they're going to start issuing licenses January 1st, no later than January 1st. Man, everybody's getting lucky. As much as I said, what are they going to legalize next? I'm all for it. Highly. Congratulations, New Mexico, you lucky sons of bitches.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for them.
What's with all these new states? New Mexico, New Jersey, New York. We're just in this old-ass state not getting weed.
That's a good point.
Damn. We need to get to the new Midwest and get some. But anyways, aliens are real. Marijuana's legal. It's the end of the world, guys. Things are going down. Just like Linda went dead and down in the grave. Dave Davidson, his dead wife Linda.
Oh,
he loved her so much. So the movies on in the background are catching my attention sometimes. But speaking of movies, Shout Factory has just announced some new Blu-ray coming up for their Scream Factory line. We've got some Blu-rays coming out for July. July 13th will be the House of Wax remake starring Paris Hilton. Have you ever seen that?
I have not.
No?
I've always wanted to watch the House of Wax movies.
That's okay, because that's definitely going to be on one of the ones I pre-order. Because Young would have to pre-order several of these. Not now. We got till July. We're in April. I still didn't get the May ones I pre-ordered. City Slickers, Don't Answer the Phone, whatever the third one, King Kong. This is July. That's a couple months down the line.
I just don't want to know anymore. Don't tell me what you order because I don't want to know.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I don't want to know. You
in
order
July,
like 5 things a week. I don't want to know anymore.
In July, we'll be watching House of X. But also coming in July is Dead Zone. I have to admit, I've never seen that movie. Christopher Walken.
I've never seen it. I've read the book. I really want to see the movie, though.
I've seen bits and pieces of the movie. But it was on AMC over the years on that the Horror Fest or whatever. So it's commercials and they edit it. Yeah. So I have to admit that The Dead Zone, as well as The Prophecy, are two horror movies starring Christopher Walken I have yet to see. In The Prophecy, I have the whole 5 Blu-ray collection, and I haven't watched that yet. Should probably get on that.
Yeah.
Dead Zone might have to pick up. We'll see. They also have Brotherhood of Wolf coming out. I don't know much about that one. A Stranger is Watching, I believe, is Sean Cunningham. I think it was his movie right after Friday the 13th.
I've never seen
it. Chamber of Horrors, I'm not sure about. But the one I'm most excited for, because I like Blu-ray movies where they release like old schlocky B movies, and all those was a decent-sized budgeted movie. Eight-Legged Freaks is coming to Blu-ray.
I've still never seen that.
Oh, it's so good. You got David Arquette, you got giant spiders. I love this movie.
All right, do the spiders look realistic, or
no.
Do they look like campy, kind of?
They don't. You ever see Starship Troopers? Well, they look kind of serious, but they look kind of cartoony at the same time.
Those weren't.
They look like they could be serious, but they don't look
like aliens, though.
Yeah, but what I mean is like they look serious, but they don't look terrifying. They look realistic, but not in a way where there's maybe 1 or 2 of them are really scary at times, but most of them are just funny.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the point of it. It's really just a comedy. I
can't watch those spider movies with.
No, it's really just a comedy.
Real-looking spiders.
It's really just.
I see a spider in the bedroom and I sleep on the couch.
That's true. She did do that.
I don't want to deal with that.
That's all the news stories I have. Nothing big, too much yet, guys. There's plenty of stuff going on in the world, but we're not here to talk about politics or religion and all that. And we're just here to make you laugh. So we got UFOs, marijuana, and then after we smoke the marijuana, we watch some UFO videos and buy some Blu-rays. That's our news stories here. That's all I got. It's not too impressive. Yeah. That's why they fired me from my CNN job.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. It was after I got back from Nam.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to jump into Freddy Got Fingered here. This is our movie this week, guys. We're celebrating 20 years of Freddy Got Fingered. Tom Green, he's a fucking comedic genius. I believe actually coming out tomorrow on DVD is Interviewing Bigfoot and Monsters, his newest movie.
Oh, is it?
That comes out on 4/20.
Okay, that we're gonna have to pick up.
So that
I want to see that movie.
Yeah, if it's Tom Green, I don't have to ask. I can just spend the money. She's okay with that.
Yeah.
So Tom Green definitely gets the pass always. So I'm gonna have to pick that up though. We're gonna have to do that one of these days. So we got Freddy Got Fingered was released April 20th, 2001. They knew what they were doing.
They knew.
4/20, 2001, and here we are 20 years later. It's listed as comedy/dark comedy. It's an hour and 33 minutes, although there is a 3-minute version if you want to watch the PG version.
Yes.
Pretty much sums things up.
It's worth the watch.
Yeah.
It's worth a couple minutes.
It's on the DVD. Catch it. Heck, you can probably find it on YouTube these days. Try to check out the 3-minute version of Freddy Got Fingered. It's PG. Don't worry. It's kid friendly. The budget was $14 million, and the box office was $14.33 million. So they made a little bit of money. They definitely made more on the VHS and DVD sales over the years. Still not on Blu-ray. Still hasn't come out on Blu-ray. Now would be the perfect time. We've been celebrating over 20 years. You can pick it up on DVD. That's where I got it on. But yeah, it hasn't come out on Blu-ray yet. It's distributed by 20th Century Fox. Production company was Regency Enterprises. Starring Tom Green, Rip Torn, Eddie K. Thomas, and Harlan Williams, just to name a few. Tom Green most notably starred in the Tom Green Show, where or just the Green Show, Tom Green Show, from 1994 to 2000. You also might know him for Road Trip, where he unleashed the fury there, Stealing Harvard, and Celebrity Apprentice. Was that the first show you saw him on? First TV show or movie?
Yeah, I think I did watch Celebrity Apprentice before. Freddy
I
Got
got you to watch Celebrity Apprentice. There was a season with him and Dennis Rodman.
Green Show. They were hilarious together on that show.
They were. And then did they come back for the All-Star? No, I think Dennis Rodman came back only.
I think so.
Yeah. But Eddie K. Thomas, for those of you who might recognize him as Finch from the American Pie series. The Finchmeister, the MILF guy, Eddie K. Thomas hasn't been in many things, but everything I see him in, he's fantastic. Side note, we said the movie's on in the background. I wish I had a pair of Dalmatians.
I wish the Dalmatians got into more.
Well, they do get a chicken sandwich.
They do.
Yeah. I mean, they are probably older than 28, so they could probably eat chicken sandwiches if they want.
Well.
Rip Torn has been in dozens of things over the years. And Harley Williams, he's a great comedian. Do you know when you first discovered the movie Freddy Got Fingered? What your first thoughts were, first impressions?
What was it? Maybe like a year ago or something like that?
Was it when I showed you the first time you saw the movie?
Yeah. This movie is truly wild from start to finish. The very first time I watched it, there were definitely a couple scenes that I was actually shocked.
Was one was the birth of the baby?
Not even the birth per se, just the fact that that's kind of a horrifying situation. A pregnant woman and this random man pretending to be a doctor who then, well, I mean, I guess it was okay because he did save the baby.
He saved the day.
But just
he's a hero,
every time I watched this movie, I realized that. I'm like, hero. He kind of saved the baby.
Yeah.
But there were definitely a couple scenes that I was like, wait a second.
And then he cut the deer open. Was that one of those scenes or no? Or was it the horses fucking?
There was so many. The elephant at the end when his friend takes a nail to the leg.
No, he hits the nail, and then breaks his What about Andy getting abused and?
Oh my God! After how many times did this kid eat shit over the course of the movie? At least 3.
Yeah.
At least 3 to 4.
He walks until the helicopter blades were led to believe at the end.
But he says he's okay.
Yeah.
So who was the blood from?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm watching this movie a second time around.
So when I first discovered this movie, it was definitely from my Uncle Mike. He's only a couple years older than me, maybe like 4 years older than me or so. And he would show me videos back in the day of the Tom Green Show, the original show. I remember watching the Slutmobile, and when he's always like he would go into random grocery stores and try to take over the PA machine, make pages and stuff, and the cancer special he did on MTV.
Yeah, he did that.
But then I definitely saw him in a Road Trip first, but then Freddy Got Fingered came out. We were so excited. It was Tom Green starring movie finally. Yeah, I definitely remember seeing this. I remember having an old VHS back in the day that I would replay over and over. I'm 90% sure I got from Blockbuster. I kind of remember having that Blockbuster sticker on the cover. Sorry, I didn't mean to say cunt. I meant to say cover.
Radio had it.
Yeah. So definitely it was a Blockbuster, I think. Did you have a favorite scene in the movie?
Arguably, any scene could be picked as my favorite scene. There's a couple that are really funny. I like in the restaurant when he's screaming over.
You're fucking fired, Bob.
He's not even talking to anyone. He's just yelling in this restaurant. 40 million Deutschmark. You're fucking fired.
He fired Bob right on the spot. My favorite scene is definitely what was it? Submarine Supreme.
That is a good one.
When the gentleman complains there's not enough cheese on his cheese sandwich. But we couldn't have that. I could lose my job.
I could lose all of this.
I could lose all of this. Yeah, like I said, that's how I feel every day dealing with many, many people at my job. Customers, employees, doesn't matter. You name them, I hate them. It's just so many good scenes. When he's beating her legs with the cane and he hits her in the face.
Yeah.
When he continuously runs through the animation studios thing, Japan 4. Like, they don't even try to chase him at the end.
When he's showing his idea for a show, Zebras in America, to Dave Davidson, and his dad just bursts in the room and throws him into the fucking display.
He's crazy. I love the way
this guy thinks it's an actor.
He's crazy, Mr. Davidson. There's no way this could be real.
I especially love when he gets $1 million and he runs to the bank. He's like, $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
I got $1 million for my drawings.
You can put the rest in my, what is this, like savings or checking account? What are you gonna do with the money, Freddy? Oh, I'm sorry, not Freddy. His name was not Freddy. Gord. What are you gonna do with the money? Just cut to him in that helicopter with a bag of diamonds and rubies, whatever they are.
It's jewels.
Jewels. I got you a bag of jewels, Betty. I don't want jewels. I just want to stay home and suck your dick. Between that and building rockets, I don't know how she has time to do anything else. So many good scenes. X-ray cat.
I love that. Okay, obviously the movie's called Freddy Got Fingered.
Yes.
So the fact that, Gord makes up this whole lie about his father fingering his little brother.
Yeah.
The police go to the house expecting a child.
He's a grown man.
A grown adult man, and they still take him
to a
children's
him, basically.
home. Basically, they kidnap him and make him stay in a children's home.
But they wanted to make sure he wasn't going to get fisted. He already got fingered.
He said he was even trying to tell them, my dad doesn't finger me.
That should have been the sequel. He should have got fisted eventually. I don't think Finch would have signed out for that. He was busy banging milfs. They probably couldn't get him to come back. There's so many good scenes. There's not only one LeBaron. There's many LeBarons when it comes to good scenes.
Yeah.
There's so many. He gets the cheese sandwich job. Who does he tell? Dave Davidson, I think he says. He's like, oh no, where's the lady? When he's like, I'm Quincy. I'm at the coroner's office.
Is that when he's making up stuff to see Dave Davidson?
I think so. Yeah, I think he tells Drew Barrymore that. He's like, you should tell me because I'm like a police officer.
I love when he's talking to Dave Davidson for the first time.
Yes.
And he's trying to show him his drawings and stuff. And he's trying to politely tell him, it needs a little work. And he takes a gun, puts it to his head.
I should blow my brains out. No, he puts it in his mouth.
So I shouldn't blow the brains out of the back of my skull?
He does do that.
I think that's probably my favorite quote of the whole movie.
I love when he's explaining the drawings. He's like, it's a vigilante cat. It's a cat who is a vigilante. I see the cat. I see the bananas. Yeah, I see it. It's fucking stupid. I love it. He pulled over to watch the horses fuck for no reason.
He pulled over to jerk off a horse.
Yeah. When they told him to get inside the animals, so he cuts open the deer.
And then
he gets hit by the 18-wheel.
I don't understand how he survived.
Yeah.
He got right back up.
Yeah.
And just walked away.
There's so many good scenes.
I mean, if I was driving a car and I thought I hit a deer, but it turned out it was a man who had cut open a deer and was in the deer skin, I would turn the fuck around and get back in my car and drive away.
Why isn't my baby making any noise? It's sleeping. And he starts swinging the baby around the room by the umbilical cord.
The first time I saw this scene, I was horrified. But then watching this movie the second time,
he saved the day.
I realized that baby was not breathing.
The baby was not breathing.
And when he swung it around like that,
it probably opened up his air to his lungs and stuff.
I realized, he actually kind of saved the baby.
He saved the day, literally.
Yeah. But
so he can deliver babies, but he can't eat chicken sandwiches.
But he still took that umbilical cord and taped it to his stomach for fun.
For fun.
For fun.
It's comedy.
It's comedy. Just for fun. And Betty still sucked his dick.
Yeah.
She just moved the umbilical cord out of the way.
I don't think many women will say they could do that. I don't know.
If I saw that shit, I'm calling the police.
Harlan Williams was Darren. That was his name of his friend who breaks his leg.
Yeah.
And
the dad throws the skateboard at him and it hits him on the leg.
Yeah. Hit him right in the thing. Tom Green's chewing the umbilical cord. And then she says, somebody has to cut the cord. And he says, geez, do I have to do everything? And he bites through the cord.
This movie is truly wild.
Yeah, it seems like they don't appreciate heroes around here or something, Betty. I saved the day. That's a great quote. I'd be a lot better if you hit me in the shins with bamboo. When she says that, that catches him by surprise. And then she says, I want to see him bleed. He nails her in the fucking face. Like, yeah, it's not my face that's paralyzed, you fuck. I think at this point we're just listening the entire movie when it comes to favorite scenes.
Because it's all hilarious. How about when he's in a scuba suit in the shower looking for treasure, and his dad just throws him through the shower door. That's not treasure, that's soap. We can live like kings.
We can live like kings, yeah. You saved me from the giant barracuda.
How could we forget about the backwards man? What would you do if you came home and I was like, all my clothes were backwards, I was in a mirror just singing backwards man, backwards man?
I would assume you were smoking weed watching Freddy Got Fingered.
Like, what do you do if you walk in on someone like that? Like, what the fuck is happening?
What you do is you cross your fingers and hope you get a jobby. That's what you do. And he says, shh, I'm pretending it's a treasure. Like, the backwards man. He fucking fires Bob. You know why he fired Bob? Because he said Geneva and Bob heard Helsinki.
Yeah. I mean, that's a grave mistake.
Yeah.
And then his dad just happened to be at the same restaurant at the same time.
And what did his dad say? You're a cripple. That's what he said to Betty.
His dad said some very off-color things in this movie.
And she said something like, do you have a problem with my legs?
No, he called her a retard cripple, actually.
Yeah,
he called her that.
But I just remember him.
She
said something like, is there a problem with my legs? And he said, no, apparently you have the problem with your legs, or something like that.
Yeah. Which, I don't think you can say that kind of thing.
Not now, you can't, definitely. I don't think you could say it then.
Yeah, you shouldn't
respectfully.
say it. You shouldn't say it.
I don't know. What about when he ties all the sausages to the strings and he's playing the piano? Come on, it has to be one of the most noticeable scenes. One of the most memorable scenes. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Like, come on.
I think that's one of the funniest scenes for me personally in the movie, because at that point, he's like ready to. If I see someone doing that, I'm like, do you need professional help?
Absolutely.
Like, they're having a mental breakdown. If you see someone, sausages tied to strings, playing the piano. I just love that their eyes were following those sausages.
I have sensitive knees. That's another one of his great quotes. Or when he yells at his dad, I want to eat chicken burgers.
He gets back at his dad big time.
And he encourages Mom.
He breaks into their house.
Yes.
He shoots him with a tranquilizer.
Yes, he does.
Has him knocked out for what, a week or so?
I think so. Takes him to Pakistan.
He wakes up in Pakistan.
We're in Pakistan.
He gets elephant cum sprayed on him.
Yeah, he did. And I got kicked by the elephant, didn't he?
Gord got kicked by the elephant, I think. Yeah. So, I guess you could say he got back at his father.
Yeah. And as he's jacking off the elephant, look what I can do. He encouraged his mom to get back at the dad too, because he encouraged his mom. He said, if I were you, I'd have sex with men from Greece.
Yeah. He basically told his mom to leave his dad and go have sex with anyone.
I would have sex with men from Greece.
Who was she in bed with?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
He is not from Greece.
No.
No.
Man, I don't think this movie would get made today.
No.
There's a lot of things in this movie that are...
So many good quotes. What was another good quote? He touches my little brother. He fingers him.
And then he perches on the window ledge and jumps out.
Yeah. No,
He looks insane.
He smashed the statue through the window. And
Yeah.
then looks back insane, and then jumps out.
Everything he does in this movie, he just seems insane.
I could lose my job. I could lose all of this. That's another one of those
really
good
how
quotes.
it feels, though.
What was the
when
other
you
quote?
work minimum wage.
Another one of his good quotes that was very short. It's my hooves.
Listen to them clippity clop.
Listen to them cloppity clop. I would watch the shit out of Zebras in America.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. He got $1 million for his drawings.
And then he spent like all of it.
Yeah. Where do you use that money on Gord? I wonder. I have a bag of jewels for you.
I mean, if someone handed me $1 million.
Yeah. Or a bag of jewels.
Yeah.
Or jacked off an elephant for you. I don't know. I don't know how
now this is going in a different direction.
Yeah. That's what usually happens. So I guess that was our favorite scene, the entire movie.
Yeah, all of it, start to finish.
Did you have a favorite character in the movie?
You know, I like the little kid Andy. I like that he keeps showing up to get fucked up. You know, what happened to this kid over the course of the movie? He started out by falling into the side of Gord's car, getting like a bloody nose or some shit.
I think it was his eye.
He gets a glass bottle to the face at the restaurant. He gets a baseball to the face.
And then he
off-screen walks into a
helicopter
plane, a helicopter propeller, even though he says he's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. I don't think he's okay.
I hope he's okay. I hope it was just an arm or something.
Ugh. I don't know. Would you dive in the toilet for buried treasure?
I mean...
You ever drop your phone or something in the toilet?
Okay, the thing about toilets is the water is like... Especially if you like put cleaning stuff in it, after you flush, that's not like dirty
clean
water. It's clean water.
Yeah.
I would, if I needed, like hypothetically, if I dropped my phone, if the toilet's clean, I'm getting my phone.
Yeah. Toilet's not clean, I'm getting my phone.
I'm gonna have to get my phone anyway because it won't flush.
No, I ain't doing it.
You can't flush. It's not big.
I'll smash it with a hammer. No.
So you're gonna take a hammer into the toilet and smash?
No, because I'll flush first.
What if you? Oh.
Then the clean water will come in. The phone will stay there.
That's smart. That's smart.
Because I don't want to smash it and get pee water on my face.
Well, then why would you?
Nobody
even
bothered to message us or comment us or email us what pee tasted like after last episode.
Yeah, what's up with that, you guys?
Thanks for all the help.
That was a serious inquiry.
We were gonna have like a Pepsi challenge with urine, but you know.
Excuse me.
I guess we just won't do it.
What?
No, don't worry. You weren't there. It's the '80s Pepsi challenge. Did I have a favorite character in the movie? It has to be Gord, I guess. I know it's a cheap, generic answer, but he's got his fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
How do you not pick him? He's a sexy boy. He's whacking people. He's trying to be creative here. Yeah, he's trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gord, definitely my favorite. What you think of the overall look and the feel of the movie? I mean, I believe Tom Green directed the movie. You think he did a good job as a director? I
think it feels like an early 2000s movie.
Yeah,
I like the feel of it. It's very, I don't know. I like the feel, even though some scenes are very shocking at first.
You think he did a good job as a director?
Yeah, I think he did pretty good. I think the movie is supposed to have some shock value.
Yeah. The movie was directed and written by Tom Green. So, I like the overall look and feel. It looks like a 2000s movie, but that could also be because, like I said, it's not available on Blu-ray yet. It could probably be more cleaned up and stuff like that when they hopefully, eventually, do an anniversary release or some kind of special edition. Come on, Shout Factory, you guys do comedy releases too. Help us get some Freddy Got Fingered out there. What do you think of the ending of the movie? Him and his dad getting together. His dad's proud. They get kidnapped.
I think it's nice that he finally made his dad proud.
Proud?
Proud.
He finally made his dad proud.
And you know, he finally made it. The whole point of the movie was his dreams of being an animator
he
and
sold
how
his
he
drawings for $1 million.
Yeah, and he made it.
I would watch. To this day, I would watch Zebras in America.
I would totally watch that.
If it came out today, I would watch it.
Yeah. I'd be like,
I
sign me
don't
up.
think
Where do
there's
I
many
watch
good
it?
animated movies, like animated shows. I mean, that I watch to this. I don't think I watch any animated shows right now except Family Guy. I know you watch a lot more. I watched Hoops, but they canceled it.
Yeah, Hoops was good. I like
I
that.
watched Big Mouth actually, and F is for Family.
Yeah, F is ugh, F is for Family was really
So
good.
it's those two and Family Guy are the only animated shows that I currently watch. I
Um,
think.
Solar Opposites just came out with a new season not
It's
too
on my
long ago.
watch
I watched
list. I
that.
still haven't watched it. Midnight Gospel I haven't watched yet.
I haven't watched that either yet.
F is
What
for
else did
Family
I
is
watch not too
ending
long
though. I
ago?
only got one more season. F is for Family.
Currently, I'm watching Harley Quinn.
Okay, yeah. You watched that without me,
That
son of
didn't
a
come out
bitch.
too long ago. I think that was
I think
like
season 2 just came out recently, or season 2, I think.
it might have come out like I'm not sure when that came out actually. I know it wasn't long ago though.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Hopefully we'll get a King of the Hill revival.
Yeah?
King of the Hill revival.
Hopefully, because we
Hopefully.
do officially have a Beavis and Butthead revival.
If we could get both of those,
Oh,
that'd be awesome.
that's my hope. Is now that Beavis and Butthead's coming back, King of the Hill will same guy, Mike Judge. You know,
I mean, I feel like King of the Hill was pretty big though.
King of the Hill was
Like
definitely
maybe not the biggest show, but I feel like it was popular at least.
It was fucking better than the Cleveland show.
That's random. They're not even. Are they the same network even?
No, King of the Hill got canceled. And when it got canceled, it was because of the Cleveland show was taking its spot.
Oh. I've seen some of the Cleveland show. I haven't seen the whole show though.
You didn't miss a whole lot.
It's not that I didn't like it. It just it wasn't on as much.
It was only a couple. It was I don't know how many seasons. I watched it, but if I missed it, I didn't care. It's like The Simpsons. I'll watch it if I see it, but if I don't care anymore. That's how I feel about The Simpsons. 20-something seasons in there. But we still don't have South Park. We're getting Simpsons. We're getting Family Guy. We haven't got a new South Park season. And
Wait, we have new Simpsons? Like
I think there's a couple new ones. I don't think we've caught up on it. But I think that's what I'm saying. Every show's back except South Park.
South Park did do 2 specials not too long ago. However, it would be nice to get a season. Although
I don't think you can do a whole season of COVID.
They could do like.
So here's the thing. They just Jeff Garland just did an interview about Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I was gonna mention that, aren't they?
Season
doing
11.
COVID?
They got 10-episode season. Only the first episode deals with COVID. The rest is
so
COVID
the rest
free.
is just gonna ignore it.
Yes.
But that I don't.
But the
like
rest
that.
is the rest is the post-COVID, where I'm guessing they'll probably get vaccines or something.
Yeah, but just because they get vaccines doesn't mean COVID doesn't exist in the world anymore.
But I think it's.
I don't
think
like
it has to be a storyline.
It doesn't have to be a storyline, but it doesn't mean we have to ignore it if they're gonna bring it up in the first episode.
I think they have to bring it up and then they move on.
That's like South Park. Didn't they do like a whole season based around the Trump election?
They did multiple seasons about the Trump election.
So,
I
I feel like South Park is a show that takes on current events. They get their fuel from current events.
Yeah, but that was okay with me. But where they lost me was they did the multiple season arcs about politics. That's where they lost me.
I wasn't a fan of
Remember
every
where
episode.
South Park lost me? They lost me there. That's remember where they lost me.
I mean, I like that they brought on the character PC principle. I like that character, but I don't. I mean, some episodes are better than others. I mean, not every episode has to be about COVID, but they don't have to ignore it completely.
You know what other show should get a revival? The Tom Green Show.
Tom Green should just do a show now about his van life.
He does the podcast. He should do a show.
Or like a vlog or something like that.
I would watch it.
Maybe he does. I don't know.
Maybe he does. I'd have to look into it.
I know he's released like music videos and stuff like that.
I would definitely have to look into it more.
Yeah.
Freddy, did you like Freddy Got Fingered? Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it to not everybody. Because I think this is one of those movies that might not be for everybody.
Freddy Got Fingered is rated R.
There are some things that even the first time I watched this, I was like, what the fuck am I seeing right now?
There's cursing. There's some blood. There's definitely violence. There's no nudity.
Language.
No nudity. There's some.
Yeah, there's not really any. There's
some
really
offensive
nudity.
language.
Well, just because the dad does use some slurs.
He uses a F word. Not the F word, but a F word. He says the R word there. He didn't say the C word. That was me before. I said cunt before, but he didn't. I'm sorry. I don't know if I was supposed to say it twice in the same episode.
We're sorry, guys. We don't mean any offense out there.
YouTube might pull this episode down there.
It's YouTube. No
It
offense
rhymes
to
with
YouTube.
it rhymes with punt. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah. Would you watch it again? You think?
Yeah, I would.
Would you give it like a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle? What are we thinking?
I would give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, I would watch this movie again. I recommend it to anybody. If you're 13 and over, watch this movie. You'll enjoy it.
13 and over?
Yeah, sure. 13, right? I mean, you can drink at 9, right?
I know some young children.
Drinking starts at 9? Or is that just my family? That was just my fucked up house. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I sipped, but I didn't like.
Well, I wasn't chugging them. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure as babies
And I wasn't
we had.
at 9 either. I probably started around high school.
Okay.
Where I
so
started experimenting.
That was probably just me then. I mean, not.
I mean, some people start younger. Some people start older. Some people don't start at all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, if you're one of those people, sorry. If we offend you, that's all I'm saying. Not that we're big
nothing
drinkers.
here is meant an offense.
Yeah. If you're straight edge, or hopefully you can still enjoy our show. Sorry. And if not, fuck you.
Same.
Well, I mean, it's either you like it or you don't.
Yeah.
There's not many options. It's not a big menu. Yeah. Thanks for the big menu, God. It's yes or no. I'd thumbs up this all the way. Yeah. Anything Tom Green, I'm in. I loved him in this movie. I highly recommend it. We wanted to cover it, 20-year anniversary. This is one of the first movies I wanted to cover, but I wanted to wait once I figured out it was a 20-year anniversary to cover it around then, especially since it was, it's 420 and the 20-year anniversary. We'll make it a double feature. Hopefully it's a good one. If you haven't seen this movie, go watch it. Please go watch it. It's hilarious. If you haven't seen Tom Green's show, hit up YouTube. I bet you it's on there. I think somebody is on his website. Look up the Slutmobile. Look up the Lonely Swedish song, the Bum Bum song. I showed you this video, Emily. What did you think of the Bum Bum song?
I was confused at first.
His bum was on the
Eminem
cheese.
Song made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially at the end of this movie. Then I'm like, oh, that's who he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew that.
So you heard the Eminem song. I had no idea what he meant.
When I was a kid or whatever, I listened to him. And I had no idea who Tom Green was until, I don't know, maybe like a year or two ago.
Really?
I didn't know.
Damn. You were missing out.
Yeah.
You missed out on the... Did you watch a Jackass back in the day on MTV?
No.
No? And we know you didn't watch Viva the Band.
No.
And you missed Robin Big and all that.
Well,
and
I might have... I don't know. I don't think I've seen Jackass.
I have to pick up the Jackass
I might have seen like a clip or something. But definitely not.
I'm trying to get Emily to watch more MTV stuff. We got her watching Tom Green. I'm trying to get her to watch Viva La Bam. I got the whole...
I've been trying to watch MTV stuff.
I got all 5 seasons of Viva La Bam on DVD and the whole Robin Big series on DVD.
Yeah, I did want to watch that because I saw the one episode. The only episode I saw was the one with where they brought farm animals to his house.
Where he brought the mini horse to his mom's house.
Just in the backyard.
He kept that mini horse.
What are we doing? What?
He keeps that mini horse, I'm pretty sure.
She's like, this is nice and all, but what do I do with all these animals?
Yeah. And there's the other one where Big tries to be a stripper. The mini horse one. There's so many good episodes. We got off topic and see what we always do.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tom Green wrote a song called Lonely Swedish, the Bum Bum song. Which, speaking of MTV, the song instantly became a #1 hit on Total Request Live back in the day.
Wow.
I don't know if you remember that show, if that's too old for you.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
So it's basically like fans would, I think you would call or do it online somewhat. You could vote on your top 10 music videos or whatever. And they would have the top 10 list every day. It would be, and they would show you the videos. So it's like, all right, here's the number 10 video, and they would play it. All right, here's number 9, and it would change daily.
That's cool.
Depending on whatever got voted. It instantly became a #1 hit. I think to the point where they asked him to stop, trying to get people to call in and stuff, because they were, they'll promote his movies, but they don't want to promote his music, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I remember hearing so many good bands for the first time back on the day, never knowing. Pretty sure that's where I saw POD for the first time, was Total Request Live. And
really?
Yeah. They were all on there. They were pretty good. Carson Daly, I think that's the only good thing he ever did in his career. He went on to host one of those late night shows that nobody gives a crap about. Um, but yeah, so many good MTV shows. Go back and watch them. Tom Green started performing stand-up comedy at the age of 15. He started at local clubs, including the Yuck Yucks Comedy Club. Do you think at 15 years old you could go perform in front of a live audience like that? Doing
Me
comedy?
personally?
I was doing it for wrestling. At like 13,
At
I started
15,
performing
I
in
could
front of
barely.
audiences.
At 15, I could barely like deal with myself. Like, there's no fucking way I would have been able to get up on stage and talk in front of people.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was funny.
Yeah. At
There's
15
no
years
way.
old, he was out there honing his craft already and taking a chance.
Yeah, props to him.
And fuck, we appreciate it. Paid off. In early 2000, Tom Green was diagnosed with and successfully treated for testicular cancer. Yeah, they had the whole cancer special on MTV.
But you know what? You don't hear like a lot of guys talking about that experience.
Yeah, and he got out there.
So you know what? He really like shone kind of a light.
Yep, and everybody was talking
like
about it and him because of it. You know, it showed your vulnerable side. Like, he really connected with people, and
I mean, you got to be brave to talk about something like that.
I think it was really important that he did it back in the day, honestly, and to help get the word out there. And it was really a good special. He had a couple specials, but that was definitely the most important one. I think he had the monkey subway hour. Was one of his specials.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I think that was the name of one of his specials, Monkey Subway.
Is it what it sounds like? Where he would bring a monkey on a subway?
I don't remember. I just mean being probably drunk or stoned or both. I just remember being hilarious, like his show. He also did that Sam special, Tom Green Live, a couple years ago in Boston, which I think you can still find on one of these. Prime, I think, Amazon Prime. I would highly recommend that, Tom Green stand-up special. That was hilarious. He married Drew Barrymore. Him and Drew Barrymore actually married. He married her July 7th, 2001. And they got divorced October 15th, 2002. So a little over a year they were married. But did you ever think
really know about all that?
Tom Green would be married to the little girl from E.T.? I bet when he was growing up watching E.T. as a kid, he never thought, I'm going to marry that girl someday, and she's going to be the biggest star in Hollywood.
Probably. It's crazy, man. I guess out there in Hollywood, it's a small world.
I don't know. So apparently, I found this online. They were supposed to be married live on the air on Saturday Night Live. They were going to do their marriage live on Saturday Night Live.
But they didn't?
Drew Barrymore met, but she didn't show up. Yeah, she didn't show up. They were going to do it live on the air, and she didn't show up.
Dang. I didn't know about all that.
Imagine if she did show up. They would have got married on fucking Saturday Night Live.
So wait, they got married like at a later date?
They still got married, yeah. It says they were married in July. They divorced October the following year. But can you imagine if they got married live on Saturday Night Live?
That would have been wild.
They could have made it into like one of these wrestling marriages. People show up, they smash your face in the cake. Andy Dick comes out. You know, he's looking for the job now. He might have been in the army now a couple of years ago, but now he's unemployed. That's another one of those MTV shows, the Andy Dick Show.
Oh, yeah?
He has his own skit comedy show. I think one of the most popular things, but he would dress up like Christina Aguilera. He did not look as good as her in the costumes.
I bet.
That's another one of those MTV shows. Andy Dick, Tom Green, they had some good talent back in the day. Johnny Knoxville, The Ringer, that's another movie I'd love to cover someday. I don't know when the fuck we got ice cream, but I'd like to find out. I mean, I'm still pissed that you scratched my CD.
Oh, yeah?
But, that's all I got for Freddy Got Fingered today. It's a great movie. There's so many great scenes. Anything you can watch at Tom Green, head of YouTube. I think on his website he has some old skits or segments. I highly recommend any of it, all of it. If you haven't seen Freddy Got Fingered, watch it. Watch Road Trip. Stealing Harvard, not bad either. It's pretty good, actually. He wasn't the star of many big movies, but he was the star of a lot of smaller ones. Shred, I think, was one of them. Bob the Butler. Interviewing Bigfoot and monsters or whatever it is. So he does have some movies out there. You can see him. He's got a podcast. Tom Green. He talks all about his van life and his dog's with him the whole way, and he's wearing cowboy hats and trekking through the desert. Pretty much everything you could want if you're a man. So watch or listen, whatever you got to do. Find the podcast. But that's all I got for this week. Emily, do you have anything else?
Not that I cannot think of. I don't know.
Guys, thank you for being here to celebrate the first part of our 420 double feature. We will come at you next with Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. So please, if you're listening along, light them up, put the movie on, put the background on, get some commentary going, and join us next time for Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. Thank you, Emily, for being here.
Thank you for having me.